I said the word, I'm fine. I said the word, I'm fine.
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Fight Rundown. God knows what episode this is now. I mean, I'm struggled to keep track nowadays. Today, I'm delighted to be joined by the Trojan Troy Williamson. How are we doing, Troy?
Yes, I'm all good, mate. Just had a busy morning. Just back in now. I'm gonna put my feet up, watch a bit of Love Island, and do this pod.
The Love Island fan, is he?
I'm not, but obviously I've got no choice. I walk and it's on TV, and I just
Yeah.
have to watch it.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Obviously, so what's a Sunday like in the life of Troy Williamson? Then is it usually a more chiller one? Because obviously you're in camp now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in camp. So Sunday, really, we started to do like it's a bit like an active recovery. So we'll do me and Mrs. will do a long one, a long walk in the morning,
Yeah.
and then we take the baby swimming. So we we done an 8 mile walk this morning, got a bit of breakfast, and went swimming this afternoon.
Lovely. So, the elephant in the room, really, a big fight coming up for you next against Ismail Davis, on a big card, another big card. What are your thoughts on Ismail Davis as a fighter?
Good, very good fighter. A little bit unknown to obviously the boxing fans because he's not been on a lot of big shows. But yeah, they're saying he's boxing's best kept secret. But obviously, I know a lot all about Ishmael. He knows all about me. He's sparred hundreds of rounds. We've sparred week in week out for the last 3 or 4 years. So yeah, it's if the fight's going to be anything like the spars, then everybody's in for a treat.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I mean, does it change anything at all? Obviously, if sparring hundreds of rounds and you know each other very well and each other's styles, does it change anything in camp or on the night at all, or is it all the same? Is it just another fight?
Nah, nothing. The only thing that changes, there's going to be no head guards, and we're going to have small gloves.
Yeah.
So yeah, nothing changes. Obviously, we know what we need to do, and that's what we're doing in the gym. Working on my strengths and his weaknesses.
So, nutrition wise, then, how important is nutrition to you? Obviously, being a professional yourself at the highest level, nutrition is a big part of it. And what sort of things do you do differently in camp that helps improves your performance on a night with the nutrition side of it? Sorry.
Just obviously eating the right foods and drinking the right fluids.
Do you have a
Obviously, it's
nutritionist? Sorry, or
yeah, I have a nutritionist. I use Pete Bell.
yeah,
Obviously, yeah, he's great. I used him for my first camp last fight, and it was the best I felt. Going to my last fight, weight wise, and like yeah, obviously me physical attributes just changed. I'm looking forward to doing another camp with him and getting a big win on March 23rd.
100%. And just opposite of the spectrum there, when you finish this, and what is the go-to cheat meal for you?
Uh, Anything with a lot of carbs.
Yeah,
I like a pizza, Chinese, anything really. A
yeah.
load of donuts, chocolate.
We've had some interesting answers on there. We've had Maxi Hughes, who goes for the old beans on toast. Uh,
Nah,
I
but I'll
know,
do a lot better than beans on toast.
nah, it's not for me. I couldn't.
Disappointed with that.
I know. Yeah, anyway, Fraser Clark with the old Indian four pints of Cobra. I mean, I rate that one. Um, and yeah, that's a not bad one either. You know, you can't beat a Chinese. But anyway, going back to the boxing, what are your plans? So get for all going well. Sorry, flipping out, can't get my words out. All going well. You beat Ismail Davis. What is the plan? Is it are you what title are you looking for any titles this year at all or?
Yeah, obviously, like to be fair, we like titles don't really interest me. I'm interested in big fights,
Yeah,
and just making as much money as possible before I get out the game. Obviously, I've got a young family now, so obviously that's the aim now, getting making as much money as possible and get out with all my faculties there. So
yeah,
obviously get a big win in March, and then be nice to get out another 2 times this year.
Yeah.
Just looking for these big fights. That's it.
We're doing a little a new game that we play on here when we get the guests on. It's a bit of a quick fire segment, and it's a little bit of quick fire for me as well because I'm basically just gonna shout some names at you, some boxers, and if you can just do your best to give us a one word answer. Yeah, so I'm going to say, so I say, I don't know, Anthony Joshua, and you say monster or whatever. There's just one
Yeah,
word to describe that person. Yeah. Um, just as many as I can think of, really. So
yeah.
we'll start off with easy enough Tyson Fury.
Character,
Okay. Deontay Wilder.
powerful,
Nice. We'll go for Chev Clark.
explosive,
Uh, go with. We'll go with the Ishmael Davis.
switch hitter,
Eddie Hearn.
businessman,
We'll go with Anthony Joshua.
bodybuilder,
Fraser Clark.
gentle giant,
What a sound guy, by the way. Shout out to Fraser Clark. I'm trying to think as well, you know. Joseph Parker.
good fighter.
There we go. Thank you very much. I mean, I'd come up with loads, but it's about it's about that balance. Don't want to take up too much.
I was waiting for my own name to come up there.
I tell you what, go on. What would you say? What would you explain yourself in one word? What would you say? What is Troy Williamson?
Trojan.
The Trojan. Love it. So if I was to explain myself, I'd probably go. I don't know. I don't know. What would you say based on these couple of minutes? What would you say?
What you are?
Yeah. Don't know what.
No.
Beautiful. Harry, beautiful bowls. Anyway, let's move on from that. So do you watch a lot of boxing?
Yeah.
On the weekends, is that what you do during the week?
If there's fights that I'm interested in, yeah, I'll stick them on.
Yeah.
I was flicking through. I was watching the boxing last night and then flicked to the darts.
Oh, darts is your favorite player.
I like Van Gerwen. He's
Yeah,
my favorite
nice.
player.
I love a bit of Garen Price. I love the Gezi Price Raw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, what you think? Just quickly before we move on to that, what's your thoughts on Luke Littler at the minute? The
Oh,
young
he's
lad.
flying.
No,
Flying
yeah,
at the minute. He's going to be the next superstar, isn't he?
incredible to be such
He's a good fan. He was a good fan. Like obviously he's English, so
Did you
it'd be
tune
really
in?
nice. It would be nice for him to win last night. But
Yeah,
obviously, I like Van Gerwen, my favorite player, and
yeah,
obviously I've been watching for years, so it was a good
yeah,
final.
yeah, and obviously to be doing what he's doing at such a young age, the composure that the lad shows is incredible. But
Yeah.
yeah, so boxing wise, did you catch up on any of the boxing last night?
Yeah, I was watching the fights last night. I didn't watch the main event, but I was watching
No.
obviously for the first fight up until then.
Yeah. Is there any fights? What if you could pick a fight that you'd want to see this year? Just in boxing in general, what would it be?
It's got to be AJ and Tyson Fury.
Yeah, yeah,
I'd love to see that fight.
yeah. Um, just moving away from the boxing a little bit. Do you tune into the MMA at all?
Nah, very rare. I used to years ago when the likes of like Chuck Liddell and Rampage Jackson,
Yeah,
Wanderlei Silva, but no, not really now, no.
yeah. And an interesting question that I like to ask people is, who do you think at all in time that the UFC or MMA in general could take over boxing in popularity? Or do you think it will always be boxing at the top?
I think UFC's just. I think it's getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
Uh, it's down to, and that's just down to the best fighting the best.
yeah,
But you've seen
exactly.
it. You've seen it a lot more in boxing, where there's a lot more 50-50 fights happening.
Yeah,
That's how it should be.
yeah, yeah. Exactly. UFC, like you say, the best are always fighting the best. It's always there's a pay-per-view card pretty much every week, and it's huge. But
Yeah.
and what I say, just moving back to camp for this fight. Um, where is your head at the moment? Going into this camp, what's your mindset like at the moment?
And focused.
Yeah,
Chilled. I don't really like. Don't get much. It only really my mind switches like that really when I'm in them change rooms, getting my hands off,
yeah,
or once I've been weighed in. Don't even think about the fight up until like fight week really. So
tunnel vision.
I'm,
Yeah,
I'm in a good place. Obviously, my weight's where my weight. I'm happy with where my weight is at the minute. 8 weeks out. Happy with where my fitness is. I've got no injuries, so yeah, I'm in a good place. Just is it 8 weeks will soon be here, so take
lovely.
it day by day.
Yeah, well, best of luck, Troy, and I do hope to speak to you again at some point in the future. If you are not already, make sure to follow us on Instagram at the Fight Rundown and on TikTok as well. Also, a March 3rd, we are putting on our 5K for the Ruth Strauss Foundation. Make sure to come. It's £20.20. You get a t-shirt, and it's also for a great cause. So make sure you're down there on Cleethorpes Beach on March 3rd, Sunday morning, because where else do you want to be if you can pay 20 quid to get a Deliveroo, you can pay 20 quid to do a 5K for a great cause. So make sure you're there. I want to see you all. And so, Troy, is there anything else you want to add to finish off?
No, just tune in March 23rd because this guaranteed is going to steal the show and it's going to be fight of the night.
I've got no doubts for it. Thank you very much, Troy. March 23rd. Make sure to tune in. Thank you, bro.
Cheers,
Thanks.
mate.
Appreciate it. See you later.
Bye bye. Bye bye.